In the hidden world beneath our feet, where caves whisper ancient secrets, we embark on a tale of darkness and courage. Welcome to Unexplained, where the mysterious dance between danger and discovery takes center stage. Join us as we unravel the tragic story of the Nutty Putty cave incident, a heartbreaking event that unfolded in 2009, etching the name of John Jones into the silent chambers of Nutty Putty Cave. The allure of caving. Our story starts by delving into the irresistible allure of caving, an enchanting blend of mystery and danger that has captivated explorers for generations. Picture Earth as an enormous puzzle, with caves serving as the elusive pieces waiting to be unveiled. Cavers, modern-day adventurers, venture into the unknown, drawn by the thrill of secrets concealed deep within the earth. Nutty Putty Cave Unveiled. Our odyssey transports us to Utah, where Nutty Putty Cave reveals its unique tale. Envision this cave as a living, breathing entity, adorned with twists, turns, and whimsically named chambers, like the birth canal, the aorta crawl, the scout eater, and the maze. It's a subterranean wonderland, where narrow pathways and slippery spots create a labyrinth of nature's design. A brave explorer. Meet John Jones, a spirited adventurer with a heart overflowing with courage. His fascination with caves ignited during childhood explorations with his family. Yet John was more than a mere caver. He was a husband, a soon-to-be a father, and a dreamer, pursuing a path to become a special kind of doctor, a healer of tiny hearts. The fateful night. Picture Wednesday night, just before Thanksgiving. John, accompanied by his brother Josh and a group of friends, decides to explore Nutty Putty Cave. Anticipation fills the air as they enter the cave's grandest chamber, the Big Slide. Little did they know, this night would transform from excitement to a desperate struggle for survival. The Birth Canal Challenge. As the group ventures deeper, they encounter a challenge, the Birth Canal. It's akin to nature's obstacle course, a narrow passageway that John bravely decides to conquer. He wriggles inches forward, but here's where the cave's trickery begins. Instead of opening up, the passage takes a sharp turn down, ensnaring John in a place of confinement he never foresaw. The desperate wait. Imagine John trapped over 100 feet below the ground, in a space no larger than a washing machine opening. Upside down, unable to turn back, he can only wait and pray. Josh, John's brother, discovers him. They pray together, and Josh rushes back to the surface for help, leaving John alone in the silent darkness. The rescue effort begins. Now, let's imagine the heroes in action. Susan, a super brave volunteer, took charge to rescue John. It was like a big puzzle. The cave was narrow, and they needed to figure out how to get John out. Lots of people, like a team of superheroes, worked really hard to save him. It was tough, but they didn't give up. The rescuers faced the challenge of the cave's narrow passages. It was like trying to fit through a tiny door. Susan led the team, guiding them through the twists and turns. They had special tools and gadgets, like puzzle pieces, each one fitting a specific part of the rescue plan. The rescue team communicated using radios, creating a web of voices in the dark cave. "Can you hear me? We're here to help." These words echoed through the rocky chambers as they navigated through the treacherous terrain. It was a race against time, and every second counted. Susan, with her determined spirit, crawled through the tight spaces, inching closer to John. The cave walls seemed to close in, but Susan pressed on. She was like a real-life superhero, navigating the underground maze with skill and bravery. The agonizing hours. Think about John, hanging upside down for 19 whole hours. Rescuers with dusty faces tried different ways to reach him. The cave made things tricky, but they used a special radio to connect John with his wife. Imagine talking to a loved one deep in a dark cave. As time ticked away, the rescuers worked tirelessly. They attached ropes and pulleys, creating a system to lift John. But the cave was a tough opponent. Its narrow passages challenged every move. John's voice coming through the radio added a layer of both hope and desperation to the rescue efforts. The rescuers faced physical and mental challenges. Crawling through the cave, they felt the strain on their bodies. Yet their determination remained unshaken. They spoke words of encouragement to John, assuring him that help was on the way. In the dark, communication became a lifeline, connecting the underground world with the surface. John's wife anxiously waiting above ground, listening to his voice through the radio. It was a thread of connection in the vast darkness. The rescuers, like guardian angels, reassured both John and his wife. The cave with its silent walls held the echoes of their efforts. A glimmer of hope. 8 heroes formed the team, pulling together like in a big game. They hooked something to John, pulling with hope. Each pull felt like a mix of pain and hope. But oh no, just when they seemed to win, something broke. The stone pile shattered, and John slid back down. It was like a sad roller coaster, up, then down again. Imagine the intensity of that moment. The rescuers, now faced with a setback, regrouped. They could feel the weight of disappointment, but giving up was not an option. It was time to rethink the strategy, to find a new way to reach John. The cave with its unseen challenges tested not only their physical strength, but also their resilience. As they adjusted their plan, the rescuers remained connected through their radios. "We won't leave you," they assured John. The cave, however, held its secrets tightly. In the midst of uncertainty, the rescuers pressed on, determined to bring John back into the light. The struggle continued, with each rescuer playing a crucial role. It was a collective effort, a symphony of strength and determination. Despite the setback, hope lingered in the dark corners of the cave. The rescuers, like beacons of light, illuminated the path forward, refusing to be defeated by the subterranean challenges. The tragic end. Devastation filled the air as the rescuers realized the cave had claimed John. Despite 137 brave souls working for 27 long hours, the cave remained silent, guarding its secret. John Edwards Johns, at 26 years old, became one with Nutty Putty Cave. The news echoed through the cavernous chambers, a somber symphony of loss. The rescuers, their faces marked with exhaustion and sorrow, felt the weight of defeat. They had battled tirelessly against the unyielding grip of the cave, yet it held its ground. The finality of the moment hung heavy in the air. John's family, waiting with bated breath, received the heartbreaking news. The cave, once a place of wonder and challenge, now stood as a solemn memorial to a life lost. The echoes of their grief reverberated through the rocky passages, joining the silent whispers of the Nutty Putty Cave. The rescuers, their shoulders heavy with both physical and emotional burdens, retreated from the depths. The cave, having claimed its toll, remained unchanged. The rooms which used to be busy were now silent like a tomb. It makes us remember how life is fragile when facing the power of nature. The aftermath. The authorities decided to seal the cave forever. A plaque stands at its entrance, a silent memorial to a life lost. Nutty Putty Cave becomes a tomb, a stark reminder that sometimes the earth keeps its secrets hidden, even from the bravest among us. The decision to seal the cave echoed through the caving community and beyond. It wasn't just a closure, it was a farewell to a place that had witnessed both wonder and tragedy. Nutty Putty Cave, once a realm of exploration, now rests in perpetual silence, its mysteries concealed from the curious eyes of adventurers. The authorities with heavy hearts acknowledged the risks the cave posed, its dangerous paths. Once a playground for the adventurers, now stood as a solemn warning. The decision to seal the cave wasn't just about safety, it was a tribute to John, a declaration that some places are better left untouched, preserving the holiness of life within their depths. As we conclude this extensive chapter of Unexplained today, let the echoes of Nutty Putty Cave linger in our minds. In the delicate interplay between discovery and danger, we honor John Edwards Jones, the brave soul who dared to explore and in doing so became part of a story etched in stone. Until our next story, stay curious, stay safe, and let the mysteries of the world unfold.